Hi, hello everyone. Good evening to all of you. Welcome to ACE Online. In this session, we are going to see how to prepare computer network subject with respect to GATE 2023 examination. So prior to start that, let me introduce myself. This is Venkateswarlu, faculty for computer network subject at ACE Engineering Academy. So prior to this preparation, how to prepare the computer networks for GATE examination, we can see various information related to that. Like as you all know that GATE 2023 examination is going to be conducted by IIT Kanpur. So previously, IIT Kanpur have conducted the GATE examination in these years. Among them, if you verify, 2007 and 2015, these are the 2 years which are been, why I have highlighted or else why we have highlighted that in white color in the sense, you people are all aware of that, computer network subject is being introduced in 2003. 2003 GATE examination onwards, computer network subject is being introduced. After that, it means from 2003, only 2 times IIT Kanpur have conducted the GATE examination. So that is in the year of 2007 and 2015. And after these 2 years, now in 2023, IIT Kanpur is going to be conducted this GATE examination. Okay, so that's why we have highlighted. And previously it is being conducted in 1989, 1995, 2001, and 2007, 2015, 2023. So these are the number of years that are being conducted by IIT Kanpur, and in 2023 it is going to be conducted. Okay, right. So now what we are going to see, let's look into the syllabus of computer network subject with respect to this GATE examination. Like if you consider the syllabus here, concept of layering is there. So in which we will discuss about OSI reference model, TCP IP reference model. And after that we have switching. So as part of the switching, we can cover various types of switching techniques like circuit switching, packet switching, and virtual circuit switching. And then we have data link layer. So as part of the data link layer, we are going to we can discuss about like framing, error control, flow control, access control, Ethernet, and Ethernet bridging, you can say, like what do you mean by hub, what do you mean by router, what is the functionality of bridge, what is the functionality of gateway. So these things we can discuss as part of this Ethernet bridging, right? So after that, we have network layer. In this network layer, we can cover like routing algorithms, and the routing algorithms are, both static routing algorithms and dynamic routing algorithms. Along with that, we can also cover IPv4 addressing, IPv4 addressing, that is with respect to both classless addressing as well as classful addressing, and the NAT concept, which is network address translation, as well as basics of IP supported protocols such as ARP, ICMP, and DHCP. These things can be covered under this network layer. And now coming to the transport layer, what are the topics we have as part of the transport layer? Like flow control is there, congestion control is there, TCP is there, UDP is there, and sockets is there. So after that, we have the last content as part of our syllabus, that is application layer protocols. So among them, if you verify, DNS is one important protocol, SMTP, HTTP, FTP, and email. These are the various contents or else various topics that are part of our GATE examination with respect to this computer network subject. Okay, right. So now we have divided this particular syllabus into 2 parts, like which part comes under purely theory and which part comes under numeric. This is what we are going to see. So if you verify this, so numerical topics if we consider, and we all know that if computer network subject weightage is 10 marks, for example, average weightage if we are having like 10 marks, out of 10 marks, maximum we can have 7 to 8 marks from the numerical perspective, and remaining 2 to 3 marks are theory based. So computer network subject is mostly it is numerical aspect with respect to GATE examination. So if you feel like computer network subject is, I know people can say that computer network subject is very vast subject, better to leave this subject for preparation of GATE examination. So you people may have that thought process, but I can suggest you, at least if you prepare a numerical perspective like these topics, just concentrate on only these topics, it's enough. No need of thinking of all these things. Because as I mentioned, if you are having weightage of computer networks is 10 marks, with respect to a GATE examination, out of 10 marks, you can expect maximum 7 or 8 marks from the numerical perspective. So these are the topics, the entire syllabus, whatever the syllabus we have seen, that entire syllabus we have divided into 2 parts here. So these are the topics that are comes under numerical, and these are the topics that are comes under pure theoretical. So if you consider the numerical part, for the entire computer networks numerical part, the basic fundamental concept is network performance parameters. So what we can discuss under this network performance parameters, we can discuss, we can showcase that, please hold on. But we just listing the numerical topics which are comes under this computer network subject. So the first one is network performance parameters, and as part of data link layer, error control comes under, error control comes under numerical, access control also comes under numerical, as well as flow control also comes under numerical. But as part of the data link layer, we are having framing techniques. That framing techniques is a theoretical aspect. Apart from the theory, apart from that framing, the remaining functions of data link layer like error control, flow control, and access control, these are all comes under your numerical perspective. So this is what data link layer. With respect to network layer, we are having topics called routing algorithms, fragmentation and reassembly, and IPv4 addressing, as well as congestion control. If you consider all the topics of network layer, if you verify all the topics of network layer like routing algorithms, fragmentation, IPv4 addressing, and congestion control, all the topics are numerical aspects only. So this is what one major topic which you need to prepare thoroughly, network layer, because it is numerical perspective, and you can get guarantee is there to have 90% hit rate is there to get a question from this network layer. And from data link layer, I can say 85 to 90 percentage probability is there to get a question from data link layer. But from this network layer, damn sure you can expect 90 to 95 percentage. So at least if you prepare computer network subject, only these two layers, like data link layer and network layer, at least it is enough. And similarly, coming to the transport layer, congestion control is you know that transport layer is having various functions called congestion control, connection management, error control, flow control, right? So connection management. So like this, there are some functions of transport layer. Among them, if you verify, congestion control comes under pure numerical. It is of course both theory as well as numeric, but mostly it is numerical aspect. Next, TCP timer management. So the TCP timer management, in the sense, you know that TCP is having 4 types of timers called persistent timer, keep alive timer, time wait timer, and one more thing is a retransmission timer. So that retransmission timer, if you consider, so that retransmission timer to calculate, we are having 2 algorithms called the basic algorithm and Jacobson's algorithm. So based on those Jacobson's algorithm and basic algorithm, some formulas are there for calculation of the timeout. Based on that, we can handle the numericals on this transport layer. Next, coming to the switching. Switching is also mostly numerical perspective. You know, there are 2 types of switching. One is connection-oriented switching, another one is connectionless switching. As part of the connection-oriented switching, we can cover circuit switching, and as part of the connectionless switching, we can cover packet switching, right? Packet switching and virtual circuit switching. But as per the previous GATE papers, if we verify, we are having questions from packet switching. So which is again numericals only. Mostly numerical questions we have from packet switching. So that's why no need of concentration, no need of concentrate. Let's say if you are feeling that better leave the subject. See, one thing I can tell you, something is better than nothing, right? So if you prepare something at least out of 7 marks, I told you, weightage of the CN is 10 marks. Out of 10 marks, 7 marks to 8 marks, you can expect the numerical. But if you prepare these contents, leave all the remaining. If you prepare these contents, I'm pretty sure you are going to score at least 5 marks from this computer network subject. That I can assure you. Reason, network layer you are going to prepare completely. After that, you are going to prepare data link layer. So from these two layers itself, you are going to obtain, if you are capable of solving the questions and if you have done enough practice on the numericals, I am sure you are going to get 5 to 6 marks out of the 7 marks, right? So don't feel that computer network subject is vast subject. At least concentrate on the numericals. We have derived whatever the formulas in our classes. If you verify, whatever the formulas I have given, we have discussed. For all the formulas we have given, we have discussed the supporting explanation also. It's not like directly given the formula. I have discussed about supporting explanation. I mean, the derivation part also I have given to we have discussed in our classes. So it is enough to solve the numericals, right? And we can do one more. We have done some research on this IIT Kanpur strategy, on which topics it is giving questions. That is also we are going to discuss in this session. So then at least you can get some idea. Like we can solve the questions, at least we can concentrate on these topics. Like that you can get some idea, okay? My suggestion is don't leave this subject. It is easy subject, I'm telling you. It looks like very vast, but if you prepare the short notes, I'm telling you, if you prepare the short notes is going to be a weapon for the people who are feeling it is a vast subject. And I hope in our classes, to some of the students, I have shared this short notes also, which we have done in online classes also. So at least if you prepare that, enough to prepare that short notes, go through the short notes and start answering the previous year gate questions, as well as ACE test series, that as well as the materials also. It's enough, the practice is enough. And still if you feel like hungry to solve the questions, then you can go with the NPTEL assignments. Still if you're feeling hungry, then you can go with standard textbook examples, and for every chapter, standard textbooks are having a set of questions. So you can start solving them. So please don't leave the subject, okay? Please don't leave the subject, and don't be scared about this subject. It is easy subject, I am telling you. Only thing is, need to remember a lot of things, that is true, but numerical perspective, there are only few topics like this. Numerical perspective, there are only few topics. Look at how many topics I have pointed out here, 5 topics. So if you cover these topics, you are, I can say that out of 10 marks, 5 to 6 marks are in your pocket. If you leave the subject, 10 marks you are going to leave, right? So my suggestion is at least maintain that 5 to 6 marks in your pocket by preparing these topics at least. Okay. So coming to the theory points, theory topics, ISO OSI reference model and TCP IP reference model, these two are comes under pure theory topics. And from this ISO OSI reference model and TCP IP reference model, damn sure there is a hit rate to get a question from 90 to 95%. 1 mark questions. It's not like 2 marks questions. There is a 90 to 95% hit rate is there to get a question from this ISO OSI reference model and TCP IP reference model. This is because of, I can say why I'm giving you this much probability, in the sense, according to our previous papers, right? Next, as part of the data link layer, you have framing, that is bit stuffing, character stuffing, and character count techniques are there. Next, LAN technologies, if you verify, Ethernet, Ethernet frame format, and classification of Ethernet, right? And after that, you can have the connecting devices, that is Ethernet bridging, if you verify, that router, hub, repeater, what is meant by collision domain, what is the meaning of broadcast domain. These things we have discussed in our classes, right? So these are all comes under theory part only. Next, as part of the network layer, there is some other topic called a NAT, which is network address translation. You know that there are three types of NAT, like static NAT, dynamic NAT, and PAT, which is port address translation, which is also called as NAT overload. We have discussed it, right? And basics of IP-based protocols, ARP, ICMP, DHCP. So these header formats are the playing the major role here. Header format of ARP, header format of ICMP, header format of DHCP, the packet format of DHCP. So these are crucial parts with respect to this basics of IP protocols. Next, as part of the transport layer, we have flow control, means, silly window syndrome is one concept is there. To handle that silly window syndrome, we use Englers algorithm and Clark's algorithm, right? So, and at the same time, we have connection management, like three-way handshaking to establish the connections, four-way handshaking to release the connections, right? Next, TCP features, UDP features, and sockets. We are having two types of sockets called datagram sockets and connection-oriented sockets, you can say, right? So these are all various topics that are comes under theory aspects. I mean, theory topics from this computer network subject. So mostly these are all either 1 mark or 2 mark. I can say from this particular section, you may expect 2 marks to 3 marks. Among the 2 marks to 3 marks, 1 mark you can get from this particular concept of layering, 90 to 95% from this concept of layering. And remaining all collectively, you can expect the remaining 2 marks or else 1 mark. And coming to this numerical perspective, you can say that this is from here, you can get 7 marks to 8 marks. If let's say I'm assuming that computer networks is having weightage of 10 marks. I'm assuming that 10 marks of paper, 10 marks of weightage is there in with respect to computer network subject in a GATE examination. In that case, I can say 7 to 8 marks from numerical perspective and 2 to 3 marks you can expect from theory topics of computer networks. Right? So this is the way how I can divide this much vast syllabus, whatever the syllabus we have listed here. This syllabus we have divided into 2 parts like this. Okay, right. So I hope you are clear with the things. What is my suggestion? I mean, what are my suggestions and on what topics I am suggesting you to concentrate. I hope you are clear with that, right? Next, coming to look at this weightage. Computer networks weightage, if you verify from past 2007 to 2022, if you verify 15 years of GATE papers, among that, look at the red color years, if you verify 2007 and 2015, what is the weightage of CN, verify? In 2015, you are having 8 is the average of, 8 is the average weight. Why I have mentioned average in the sense, in 2015, you have 3 sets of examinations, set 1, set 2 and set 3. 3 sets are there. So set 1 you are having 8 marks, set 2 you are having 9 marks and set 3 you are having 8 marks. Average you can say 8 to 9 marks from in 2015. This is done by IIT Kanpur only, right? So and similarly, coming to the 2007, you are having 12 marks of weightage. Why 12 marks in the sense, in 2007, you are having a GATE examination worth of 150 marks. But here it is 100 marks only, right? So out of which 12 marks you have. 12 marks you have in 2007. 2015 you are having 8. So based on this, I can say computer networks weightage, even you can expect in 2023, computer networks weightage can be like 8 marks to 10 marks. That as per my prediction or else as per my research what I have done. So based on that, I can tell in 2023 also from computer network subject, we people can expect 8 marks minimum. Okay, right. So now what are the topics? On what topics we have 8 marks in 2015? In 2007, on what topics we have 12 marks of questions? This is what we are going to discuss now. Look at, so first if you verify 2007, we are having total 12 marks. So verify this thing. If you verify topic, LAN technologies, you know. So as part of the LAN technologies, in 2007 we have token ring, but this token ring was not there according to 2023. According to 2023, it was not there, okay? But 2007, it was there. So from this LAN technologies, we have 1 mark. From Ethernet. From Ethernet, we have 1 mark. And we have 2 marks question from token ring. From token ring, we have 2 marks question. From just Ethernet, we are having 1 mark. What is the question, you know? In Ethernet, the bit rate is, this is the question we have in 2007 paper. In Ethernet, bit rate is, in the Manchester encoding of Ethernet, bit rate is, option A, half the baud rate, option B, twice the baud rate, option C, same as baud rate, and option D, can't relate. So like that, some options are there. So you know how we can, what is the kind of question it is. It is easy to handle, right? So that question is there, 1 mark question is there, and 2 marks question is there. Next, 2 marks question is from token ring, 1 mark is from Ethernet. Next one, in 2007, in the same year, we have from concept of layering, means ISO OSI reference model and TCP IP reference model. 1 mark question is there, this is from OSI reference model. And 2 marks question is there, this is from TCP IP reference model. Like, matching type question it is. Protocols is being given, layers is being given. You need to match it. So 1 mark is there and 2 mark is there from concept of layering. Next, IPv4 addressing. So from this IPv4 addressing, we are having one question. That is 2 marks question. Next, CRC. Based on the CRC, also we have a 1 2 mark question. Sliding window protocol. Based on this also, we have 1 2 mark question. So verify how many 2 marks questions we have. 5 2 marks questions, and how many 1 mark questions we are having? 2 1 mark questions. So 5 into 2, 10 plus 2, total 12 marks of weightage in 2007. So these are the topics. Just at least prepare these concepts. Don't leave the subject just like that. Okay? So please consider these topics at least. Do practice on them. Okay? Right. So this is what your 2007. Next, coming to 2015. So 2015, you are having 8 marks of average of this particular CM subject in a GATE examination, in that GATE examination, 2015 year. So what are the topics if you can consider? So by that 2015, we have information security also, but according to the 2023 syllabus, we don't have this information security. But in 2015, it was there, and there is one question we have. See, here you can see different colors. Black color, red color, and green color. What is the meaning of black color? Black color is set 1. Black color questions are given in set 1. Red color questions are given in set number 2. Green color questions are given in set number 3. So that is what my understanding here. Okay. So if you find, now if you verify, first transport layer. See, verify transport layer, 1 mark from set 1, 1 mark from set 2, 1 mark from set 3. In all sets, there is one question from transport layer. Please verify. So previously in 2007, we have question from transport layer in the sense? No. But in 2015, for transport layer, it is given more weightage. Like in all the 3 sets, 1 mark question is there and 2 marks question is also there from transport layer. Right? And one question is on TCP. Question is from sockets. So TCP, based on TCP, we have question, as well as on sockets also we have one question. Next, IP fragmentation. Look at IP fragmentation. In set number 1, you have one question, that is worth of 1 mark. And in set number 2, we have 1 mark, which is worth of 2 marks question. Right? Next, concept of layering. See, in 2007, we have question from IP fragmentation in the sense? No. But in 2015, it is given. But when it comes to the concept of layering, please observe, concept of layering, it is a common topic in 2007 as well as in 2015 also. Right? So, 1 mark question is there in set number 1, 1 mark question is there in set number 2 also. Next, data link layer if you verify. Look at, data link layer, sliding window if you consider. Sliding window, based on sliding window, we have 2 marks question in 2007. And in 2015 also, we have question from sliding window that is exclusively from go back and look at. On stop and wait, 2 times it is given on stop and wait. Set number 2, you have 1 mark question. Set number 1, you have 2 marks question on stop and wait. Sliding window, you have, go back and sliding window, you have a question which is worth of 2 marks from set number 3 of GATE 2015 paper. I told you already, black color means set number 1, red color means set number 2 question, green color means set number 3 question. Next, again, see, look at this, Aloha. Based on this Aloha as part of the same data link layer, you have a question, 2 marks question in set number 1. Like might be you people have solved one question, like 4 stations are there, 4 stations, among the 4 stations, 1 station is, 4 stations are having the probability like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and what is the probability for any station to transmit the frame in the first time slot without any collision for any station. So we would have, we have solved that question in even on our classes, right? 0.4404 is the answer for that question. We have solved it, right? So that question is from 2015 only. It is worth of 2 marks. Next, same data link layer if we verify, CSMS CD. Based on the CSMS CD also we have a 1 mark question, that minimum frame size calculation. You know, what is the minimum frame size calculation formula? What is the minimum frame size that we can use to detect the collisions? That is L is equals to 2 into D by V into bandwidth plus L jam, which is length of the jam signal, right? So next, if you can verify switching, based on the switching also we have 2 marks question. IPv4 addressing, we have 2 marks question in set number 2 and we have 2 marks question in set number 3 also. Right? So these are the topics. If you verify, IPv4 addressing is the common topic in both 2007 and 2015, which is worth of same again 2 marks. Here it is 2 marks and here also it is having 2 marks. Please verify. So please don't leave this IPv4 addressing. We have covered around 13 to 15 models of numericals in IPv4, collectively classful addressing and classless addressing in our classes, right? Please do practice as much you can do. Next, sliding window protocol, 1 question is there, and in the same way means flow control overall. From flow control you are having question from 2007 and in 2015 also you have question from flow control of data link layer, correct? So please look into that flow control of data link layer. Selectively, common parts at least concentrate on them. Next, access control of data link layer. From Aloha you have 1 question, CSMA CD you have 1 question. Switching is there. So these are the various content. IP fragmentation, there is in set number 1 you have 1 question and in set number 2 of 2015 you have 1 question. So verify, if you can verify you can get the idea. If you consider set number 3 here 1 and 1, so total 2 marks here and 1, 1, 1, total 6, 2 into 2, 3 into 2, 6 plus 2, 8 is the weightage in set number 3. Next, black color if you count, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2. So 2 into 2, 4 here and 4 1 marks means again 8. Same set number 2 if you verify, 1, 2, 3 marks plus 3 2 marks. 3 into 2, 6 plus 3, 9. So set number 1 you are having 8, set number 2 you are having 9, set number 3 you are having 8. So overall computer networks weightage is 8 with respect to 2015, which is given by IIT Kanpur itself. But in 2007, you have 12 marks from this computer network subject. So I'm saying that computer networks is having, IIT Kanpur is going to give a decent weightage to this computer network subject according to the history. Okay, this is what my prediction. So minimum you can expect 8 marks from this computer network subject. So overall, what is the weightage of CN here is 8 marks, minimum it is. Okay, right. So let us proceed to next thing. So what is the next thing we are going to see? Yeah, so as I mentioned, as part of the numerical topics, we have given like 5 topics we have given in the numericals. So what are those topics, subtopics we are going to see here. So look at the first one is, various types of network performance parameters we are using to calculate the performance of a network, like throughput, bandwidth, efficiency, various types of delays, and round trip time, bandwidth, delay product, So these things we need to we need to have a discussion. I mean, we need to prepare a short notes with respect to all the formulas. You know that Tx means L by B, Tp means D by V. If it is wireless, then 2 into D by V in the case of propagation time. So RTT is 2 into TP. Bandwidth delay product means for full duplex it is B into RTT. For half duplex it is B into TP. So like this, some discussions we have done, right? So after going through all those definitions and formulas, you need to solve the previous year gate questions on this network performance parameters, which is followed by test series of Race Engineering Academy and Race Engineering Academy materials. If you consider, try to solve all of them, and then NPTEL assignments also please follow, so that it is enough to have a enough practice, I can say. Next, after that, you just prepare the important points and formulas so that it can be considered as a short notes to you with respect to this topic, which is network performance parameters. So after this, the next numerical topic which we are having, data link layer. So with respect to the data link layer, you know that we have error control is there, flow control is there, access control is there, and framing is there. So framing, we are having 3 techniques like character count, character stuffing, and bit stuffing. This particular section is totally theory part, but remaining entire section is, if you verify, this remaining entire section is numerical part. And that too, according to the IIT Kanpur, we have already question from CSMA CD, we have already question from Aloha, we have already question from CRC, and we have already question from Go Back and sliding window, as well as stop and wait. See, entire almost data link layer is given, almost data link layer, right? So these are the topics that we are having from this data link layer. So flow control, 4 protocols we have, and we have given the summary also, like what is the difference between go back and selective repeat, advantages and disadvantages, but follow them, right? Access control, Aloha, pure Aloha, slotted Aloha is there, CSMA CD, CSMA CA, right? So next, 2-dimensional parity check. We have given the classification, like error control means, error detection and error correction. There are some techniques which are comes under detection techniques, and there are some techniques which are comes under both detection and correction. We have classified them, like if we consider detection techniques, checksum is a detection technique, CRC is a detection technique, simple parity check is a detection technique. But 2-dimensional parity check comes under detection and correction. Hamming code is also comes under detection and correction. Correct? So these are the topics that are part of your data link layer. Next, if you consider network layer. So look at the network layer topics. If you verify routing algorithms, so static routing algorithms we have. So these 2 are the static routing algorithms, and these 2 are dynamic routing algorithms, right? And we have the question from IPv4 addressing, classful addressing, classless addressing. We have question previously according to 2015 and 2007 paper, right? And congestion control, prevention policies and avoidance policies, right? Next, fragmentation and reassembly, IPv4 datagram header format. So that header format we have discussed about in our classes. We have covered 3 models of numericals based on this fragmentation and reassembly. Like that simple questions, level 1 questions. Level 1 questions are what? Let's say if the value of HERL field is 5, then how many number of bytes of header length we have. So such small questions we have solved in level 1. And level 2 fragmentation we have showcased, like non-fragmentation and fragmentation. I mean, transparent fragmentation, non-transparent fragmentation, differences we have discussed, right? And after that, we have done the formula, we have done the numericals also, along with the previous year gate questions, plus practice questions in our material. And third model of numerical also we have covered, like if the header format content is being given in hexadecimal, how to calculate number of hops, how to calculate the data length. So we have solved that question also, right? So total 3 models of numericals we have covered under this IPv4 datagram header format. So please go through them, it's enough, okay? Right, next coming to, as part of the transport layer, if you verify, the most important stuff is this particular part of the transport layer, which is slow start, congestion control, AIMD, which is additive increase and multiplicative decrease phases, as well as slow start phases. Very, very important, this particular topic. Next, TCP features and TCP features and TCP header format, as well as UDP features and UDP header format. Like TCP features, we have given around 10 features, 10 points we have discussed, as well as UDP also we have discussed around 10 points in our classes, along with TCP header format as well as UDP header format, right? Next, timer management, that's what I mentioned, persistent timer, retransmission timer. This is important. With respect to this, we have done some numericals also, like basic algorithm and Jacobson's algorithm. Flow control, you know that silly window syndrome is the issue. To handle that silly window syndrome, we have Englers algorithm and Clark's algorithm. Englers algorithm is used for avoidance of silly window syndrome at the center side, and Clark's algorithm is used to avoid the silly window syndrome at the receiver end. Next, TCP connection management. We have discussed, with respect to this TCP connection management, we have covered two diagrams. One is sequence diagram, another one is transition diagram. Both are important. Based on the sequence diagrams, we can expect the questions. Based on transition diagram also, we can expect the questions. So both you need to prepare, right? So sequence diagram of the connection management of connection establishment of TCP, transition diagram of connection establishment of TCP, as well as connection release phase of sequence diagram of TCP, connection release phase transition diagram of TCP. Both 4 diagrams you need to be covered. Sequence diagrams 2 and transition diagrams are 2, right? So this is what your transport layer topics. Next, consider the next one, which is you are having, so textbooks. What are the various textbooks that we can suggest to have a better preparation on this CN is, these are the textbooks like TCP IP protocol soup, Farozan, data communications and networking, which is again written by Farozan, computer networks, a top-down approach, which is written by Peterson, and another textbook which is called Introduction to Computer Networks, that is part of this Andrew S. Tannenbaum textbook. These are the reference textbooks which we can follow. Like I mentioned, first solve all previous year GATE questions, and then see, I'm writing clearly, first solve all the PYQs. PYQs must be solved at least 2 to 3 times before going to your examination. After that, you need to go through ACE Engineering Academy classroom practice questions, CRPQs you need to prepare. Even though you have solved in the classes, again you need to solve for better practice, okay? Again to revise. So similarly, ACE Engineering Academy Bits and Bytes book is there, Bits and Bytes book is there. So better solve these questions also. And we have provided workbook also, ACE Engineering Academy workbook is also there. That workbook is also we suggest to solve. After solving all of them, see 1, 2, 3, 4, after solving all of them, then 5th one I can suggest you go to try to solve this NPTEL assignments. NPTEL assignments, please try to solve. After that, sixth one I can say your standard textbooks, chapter wise you can find some questions. So those questions also you can solve. Still, if you feel hungry, then I can suggest you, please browse in the internet for foreign university homework questions. So those foreign university homework questions also you can collect. And you can start solving those questions also. Foreign university homework questions, I can say. Foreign universities homework questions. So if you browse in the internet for this, for computer networks, or else foreign university homework questions on computer networks, if you browse in the internet, you can get some list of questions. And those questions also you can use to solve as a practice, you can say. So see, these number of resources you are having. Once you have solved all of them, I'm pretty sure you are going to gain a very good grip on this computer network subject. Okay, so this is what my preparation strategy. So I'm telling you that don't leave this subject. It's a suggestion to all of you. You just concentrate at least on the numerical aspect. Numerical aspect is having decent weightage, and IIT Kanpur is also concentrating on the CN with the decent weightage. 8 marks is not a small count related to remaining all technical subjects, right? So I hope you are clear with my strategy, preparation strategy with respect to this CN subject, right? Thank you.
Nikhil Kumar Saha. I got AIR 1 in GATE Mechanical 2022. I was enrolled in ACE online test series program. So test series, whether it would be subject wise, topic wise or full length test, it helped me to improve my numerical solving skills of the mechanical. It helped me to cope up with the new numerical type of problems which normally students face difficulty in solving in first go. So it helped me to cope up with this type of numericals, and also I got to know through different multiple choice questions, multiple select questions which are now in the GATE Mechanical they have introduced. So I got very good quality questions, so it helped me in preparation a lot. I am Nikhil Kumar Saha. I got AIR 1 in GATE Mechanical 2022. I was enrolled in ACE online test series program. So test series, whether it would be subject wise, topic wise or full length test, it helped me to improve my numerical solving skills in all the domain of the subjects that are included in mechanical. It helped me to cope up with the new numerical type of problems which normally students face difficulty in solving in first go. So it helped me to cope up with this type of numericals, and also I got to know through different multiple choice questions, multiple select questions which are now in the GATE Mechanical they have introduced. So I got very good quality questions, so it helped me in preparation a lot. I am Nikhil Kumar Saha. I got AIR 1 in GATE Mechanical 2022. I was enrolled in ACE online test series program. So test series, whether it would be subject wise, topic wise or full length test, it helped me to improve my numerical solving skills in all the domain of the subjects that are included in mechanical. It helped me to cope up with the new numerical type of problems which normally students face difficulty in solving in first go. So it helped me to cope up with this type of numericals, and also I got to know through different multiple choice questions, multiple select questions which are now in the GATE Mechanical they have introduced. So I got very good quality questions, so it helped me in preparation a lot. I am Nikhil Kumar Saha.